the topping floor. She's my little blue scoop. You don't know what I've done.
Yeah, alright, fuckers and fuckheads. What we're doing today is we taking, we're going to put a set of coils on here, clean the carbs. This is a 83 Yamaha X-Ray Victor 500. But before I pull this tank, this is something I see quite often on these older Yamahas and a lot of Hondas too, because our fuse boxes are getting old. We're all having to replace them, which I don't mind. I mean, that's understandable. That's what happens over time. So, all these places where he put these crimp connects on and didn't solder them, I like the guy, but not a whole lot. I'm kidding. Normally, if this was my bike, this shit would have been soldered and shrink wrapped together. And I'd have used bullet connectors and solders and shrink wrap. But, actually I'd have used an automotive fuse block. They make them and you can buy them loose. But since it's not my bike, it's somebody else's, we're going to fix them up anyway. Now, as soon as I get this shit stirred up. It's liquid electric tape, Starbright brand. I don't think I've ever seen it that clean before, that gooey before. It looks like it's staying though. Take all these wires, find his ends. You know what, I am going to brush that in there. Always going to be nice and neat. I think my hands are steady enough I can do it with a brush today. Find all those ends. Some liquid electric tape up in there so that shit doesn't corrode inside and come apart in 2 or 3 years. Back in a little while and clean up the mess, of course. You know, all the leftover on the wires. That way it'll still look somewhat professional. But you got the shit in there sealing the man's wires, his connections, so they're not as likely to corrode and come apart. Now, those of you who don't notice, I am flicking this rag around to where this shit ain't getting on nothing. The object is to get that liquid electric tape in them things where those connections are sealed. Because these are cheap automotive connections. They love to corrode. First time you go through rain, that starts it. Third time you go through rain, you fix it. Now we don't have to worry about going through rain. Alright, so let me shut this camera off a second here. I'm going to move to the other side and we're going to show you how to rebuild the petcock. Well, actually, he didn't get the rebuild kit, he got the whole petcock. So we'll show you how to change a petcock on an old Virago.